A massive day for the North Melbourne Football Club, King. This could be a watershed win.
Yeah, and the three of us will be watching it again as soon as this show's finished. I tell you what, it is Phoenix rising. It was a fantastic day for the North Melbourne Football Club, a day that we've waited a long time for. I feel like this is real.
Yep.
I feel like they've had the breakthrough performance that they desperately needed, from president to boot stutter.
Yep.
Every player got a lick of the ice cream today. It looked like these young men in the midfield said, you know what, let's just go for it. Let's just rip, tear and bust, take our time, play with some composure, play with an edge and anger that they hadn't played with for a while. And these senior players that they've brought into the place, Darling, Parker and Daniel, have influenced significantly in their own way. And
good today.
Yeah, good today, when they were needed today. And I think that it's not three more young kids, being picked at the end of your list of 23. It's those three guys. And they were terrific. So I just feel like the Kangaroos fans who've been through hell for 10 years, tonight sit back, probably watch the game 4 times, probably just enjoy this midfield saying, hey, you know what? We've just taken down the Max Gawn, Clayton Oliver, Christian Petrarca, Jack Viney. We can play. They get a lot of belief out of this.
Is it a changing of the guard? Do you feel like this really talented on-ball Melbourne group has passed the baton today to the North Melbourne crew?
Yeah.
That's significant.
I think it is, because this group has the potential to be the best midfield in the comp. Now, a lot of people say, of course, you've been given draft picks, you've been given this, and all that is correct, all that is true. But at some point, you've got to put it in front of the fans and say, here it is. I feel like today was that day. No more rearview mirror.
Yep.
It's charging forward, competing week in, week out, and putting your talents on show with an anger that the Kangaroo fans demand. Because they've been an angry bunch for a while, but today they say, well, maybe this is why we got Alastair Clarkson to the club.
What did you see in that young on-ball group? I mean, Luke Davies-Uniacke, who is a bit free agent, everyone's into him. Well, after a performance like that today, you think, well, that's what he needs to see to re-sign. And he was a part of that today in the midfield.
He's going nowhere, mate. He's going nowhere. He's invested, I've got no doubt about that. And Joey, we showed some vision on Wednesday night of the Kangaroos accepting too quickly of the opposition pressure and dump kicking the ball at clearance or at stoppage when they can step and they can dance. So I was rapt today to see them just take some moves. That little move there, it doesn't look like a lot, but it straightens you up and gives you quality coming out the front. Look, here, bang, I'm stepping, I'm going, draws Oliver in, and you get out. Same thing again here. Look at that. Melbourne can't keep up. And no team can, really. When you've got the calibre of play, it was the best game I've seen power play. Sheezel was terrific. I thought Curtis forward of the ball was outstanding. Zerha, they just continue to win contests forward of the ball because of the quality that come in. It gave them dominant side. It gave them an advantage kicks rather than hacked surge balls, which play on the opposite. Look at this handball here. This guy's a star. He's a Brownlow medal calibre player, Luke Davies-Uniacke, and I just think we're starting to see the very tip of the iceberg.
It was the balance of toughness and their pressure on the inside, which they brought today and matched, but then the class and the quality on the outside. And I agree, they had winners everywhere. That is now, for me, that they've broken through the ceiling, that they've just been trying to get their head out. They've broken it. Now it's their challenge. That benchmark performance, not the result, but the benchmark in regards to the effort and the way they play.
Scores from stoppies there, 59 points is the seventh highest in their last 200 games. And scores from centre bounce, 7 goals won. I've gone all the way back to 1999, which Champion Data started tracking this stuff. That is their best return.
Yep.
So it is game on for this midfield if they absolutely want it to be.
Yep.
There are no excuses. The time for excuses is done. Now it's step forward.
Or was that Joey Charlie Comben back there, or Ross Glendinning that you saw?
I'm a massive rap for the. I think this is the pillar they can build their next finals team around, because he is a star. He has all the attributes you want from an elite defender. He's tough. He's courageous. He uses the ball well. He's athletic, but he can seriously mark the footy. He had a career high 8 intercept marks today, which was equal most of any player for the round. 12 intercept possessions. He just patrolled that back line like a star defender. The premiership defender calibre, the Alex Rances, the Jeremy McGoverns, those type of players. It was every bit that. Now, he's shown that he could do that in the past. That again is another player that I think that everyone else can revolve around. I thought Luke McDonald's job on Fritsch was exceptional. He can just knuckle it, and he's trying to do too much for too long. Just simplify his role. They didn't have Griffin Logue today, and then the others can get on the end of it and start running and carrying the footy. So there's a lot to like.
They've got the best ruckman in the comp now. Tristan Sherry is the number one man in footy. And today, not here to denigrate Max Gawn's performance, but I think Sherry accepted the challenge and put this midfield on his back.
Let's be honest, he dominated Max Gawn.
Yeah,
he dominated Max Gawn today, so that was a massive win.
I think we've got the grab from Melbourne coach Simon Goodwin explaining there might be more to Max Gawn's performance today.
our people are really important to us, and Max is one of those guys. And today, you know, I think he'll acknowledge that he got beaten by a really good opponent today. But you also got to realise that, you know, in life there are other things that are going on. So, you know, we'll support Max. He's a great person. He's a great leader, and you know, there's a backstory to everyone's performance. And Max is someone that we take enormous pride in, and he's going to continue to be a great leader for this footy club, and he'll be a big part of our response.
So we think Max Gawn might have a family member who is unwell, so we're thinking of Max and his family at this time. What about Clayton Oliver, Joey? Because we've been saying in recent weeks that he's back.
Yeah.
What did you see today?
Yeah, it was a Clayton Oliver of old. I mean, I thought he was a bit of a lone hand in the midfield today. I think Cade Chandler was by far his best game as a Melbourne player, but this Oliver was just at that stoppage there, got the handball. His running power and his ability to cover the ground is back. I thought he was sensational today. When you take a look at the numbers and the way he went about it, the 36 disposals, 12 clearances, 19 contested. He had score involvements. I thought this was a big win for Melbourne today. So in a day where there weren't many positives after we gave them praise last week, but the way they performed against the Giants, Viney was okay, Petrarca was okay, but I thought this guy was back to his best. So hopefully for him, that's his standard going forward, and we see the Clayton Oliver that we saw a few years ago.
This is a standout performance as well. They set the bar. They now know what they can do if they apply themselves, Tom, and getting that first win under your belt and beating a legitimate opposition, I think, gives you real belief to know that if you do everything right, you can do some special things.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was great to hear from the milestone man, Jack Darling. He talked about the surprise size of and endurance of this side. So, and I must admit, I was, you know, see it in the flesh. You can see the size that they're put on and their strength and their power in the contest. But one thing that probably we've sort of maybe potentially skipped over, Jack Darling, along with Luke Parker and Caleb Daniel, have been so great for their experience, for that young group, gives them that maturity of senior players that have played a lot of footy. So I thought they were really important today as well.
Yeah, I think you make a great point. Caleb Daniels is using the ball off the half back line, is back to his very best. He nailed it. Half a dozen going back inside the corridor. He'd be thrilled. I know we're talking about the likes of Darling and Comben, etc., and Cherry, but Daniel was quite superb at various stages when the going was tough. See Castani, it's his first win as an AFL player.
Well, won't this song be sung with some gusto? Join in the chorus as the Gatorade, which Jared just absolutely loves that concept, is in great supply down there. You're a North Melbourne fan, get off your couch and join the players and give it some. A big win to North Melbourne.
Beneath the blue and white we stand, we shout God bless our native land of Melbourne.